liability, but with that, his vehicle is still $55,000 less than yours. So again, I want to ask you the same question.
Okay, Tessa, we'll just stop you right there. We'll just stop you right there. We get it. We understand that your station has this severe right-wing effort underway. We get that. But you also, you guys are dragging this thing out and also not including all the facts. A vehicle that was purchased in 2023 is not the same price as 2025, right? You have to understand that reality. When you look at, I'm talking, you can listen to, let me talk, please. We heard your question. You've asked the same idiotic question now for 3 months. We understand that when you look at a base price for SUVs, base price of SUVs now are, as you know, between $90,000 and $100,000. You're talking about a police vehicle with police equipment on it added on top of that vehicle. It's very simple. And when you look at, these are not astronomical costs, right? You guys and your station in particular would never ask the President of the United States how much the beast costs. You wouldn't do that. You would never do that. This is ridiculous. Let it go. Next question.
For Governor Moore as well, his car costs about $78,000 to $80,000, and he drives across the state. Governor Hogan's car costs $70,000 now. Again, that was bought when he was state.
That's a long time ago. And I also would. Well, you looked at. I understand that. I did answer the question. Just because you didn't get the answer that you wanted in your racist slant, that's one thing. But what I will say to you.
Okay, so Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott, I wanted to know what kind of vehicle this was. It's a Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Jeep Wagoneer, okay? It's a $163,000 SUV. So, and why that's important? Because, well, I thought it was a G-Wagon or something. I'm like, what is this he got? Got a Wagoneer Jeep product? That's what we talking about? How you pay almost $200,000 for a Jeep, my dude? Anyway, okay. But so the issue is, and I guess it's a nagging issue that he's been having to answer about, and I get it. It can be annoying to have to answer questions about money. My thing is, though, won't you just answer the question and keep it moving, Johnson, instead of protesting? I mean, fam, it is kind of weird that you would have a vehicle that costs like twice as much as the other mayors paid. Right? Like Catherine Pugh, she was mayor not too long ago, about 7 years ago. Her vehicle was half as much. Now, prices have gone up, and they haven't gone up that much. So it's a lot. But it's not just the price. It's also that it's not a hybrid, it's not electric. And, you know, the mayor has initiatives like for 2030 that are very, you know, green, friendly or whatever. So he's like contradicting himself on that because he got a horrible gas efficient vehicle that costs more. It's the highest costing vehicle in Maryland by any government official by a long margin. I mean, more than the governor, more than his predecessors. So the guy splurged. And instead of saying, hey, I splurged, Johnson, you know, I had to do what I had to do, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let a player play. Instead of taking it and saying, look, man, we got a good deal. Well, we thought it was a good deal. Maybe we'll get a better deal next time. We kept the vehicle longer. It's a 2025. It's not even brand new. It was more when we first brought it. I don't know what you say. But what you don't do, fam, and I know it's people watching and may disagree, and I'm cool. But what you don't do is say, you're only asking me about money because I'm black. And that may work on some of us. You know what I'm saying? Some of us be like, yeah, I bet you that is why they ask you. But even those that it works on, I think it's a little thing in the back of their heads that's going, but how much did you spend? Because it's crazy when you doubling up. I mean, but this ain't his money. Like if he went home and bought a $163,000 vehicle for himself, hey, do what you do, player. Let a player play. But when you are dealing with not your money, this is not your money, this is not your paper, then yeah, you might have to answer questions. Don't do a Tiffany Henry, fam, where all of a sudden the taxpayers' money is your money. And you can do whatever you want to do. And anybody that asks you questions is either right-wing nut job, they do exist, but not everybody is one, or racist. Because we saw how that worked out for Tiffany Henry. And I would hate to see that happen to you, my brother. Yeah, that would be bad for you. So all I'm saying, man, and I don't appreciate, fam, I don't appreciate that everything being a black cheat code. You know, it's like, once again, here go the Democratic Party. They'll use blackness to get out of anything, no matter what it is. Hey, man, what was you doing at that at the Archibald Gentleman's Lounge with the strippers, tipping them with money out of the, you know? There you go asking a black man. Black man can't go to strip club. You know, like everything is about being black. When, no, it's about you. You're a black man, that's true. But this is a question to you as a mayor. Not a black man, but it's a mayor. You know what I'm saying? Last time I checked, and I don't know much, I don't know everything about Brandon. Like I said, you know, I know some things. I know about that damn bridge in Baltimore that got destroyed. I know about the contracts that were given to new arrivals on that bridge. It's not like he did a Marion Barry, man, where he was setting aside a certain amount of contracts to black Americans in Baltimore. Like I don't remember that happening. I could be wrong, but you know, like so like I stand on policy more than I do identity. I stand on what's better for the class based, like what's working, like what is being done for working class people. And most of the time, if you look at what happens, what helps working class people, that's going to help black people because most of us are working class. I know people don't like the term working class, but when you look at class, you got to look at when you look at class and not just race, right? You got to look at money. All right. So what I'm saying is these are the things that make me feel like, okay, this person's standing on business. You being black don't change that for me. Black faces in high places don't change anything for us. Family, we have to reconfigure our brains. We got to delete our hard drives, wipe them, and reinstall our operating system when it comes to politics. And part of the driver update is realizing what works. One of the patches, one of the service patches we got to put on our brains is we got to get past just saying, is that person black? Because that ain't good enough. Because we have been learning, right, that black people sell you out too. This is a level where white people already know because, see, white people be getting sold out from white people forever. I don't know if you noticed or not, but Ukraine and Russians, if you put two of them in the same room, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart. And they would fight each other to the death with a dull knife and a balloon. You understand what I'm saying? That's how they're fighting over there. So they already know there's no fraternity between them because of skin tone. All right? We need to get to that point. We got to become more sophisticated. And the people that would knock me for this, the people that would disagree and have a bunch of shit to say are the Pan-Africanists, the African internationalists. Meanwhile, in Africa, the same shit's going on. There is no affiliation. There's no Africans be destroying Africans, and they basically look identical. But black Americans, we're still lagging behind. Some of us are lagging behind this because of our history and what it used to mean. But see, ever since black people started getting money, ever since we started getting money really deep in the political game, in the media game, we've had black people that are able to be compromised and lie and spread narratives to help the Democratic Party. They're not helping us. What I'm saying here is just basic. Deeds, not feels. That ain't crazy. Make sense? All right. No more symbols. We need solutions. This is basic. This is what we need. And if they ain't coming with that, we're not interested. So back to Brandon Scott, just to wrap this thing up. Bad answer. Bad answer. Don't tell me, oh, they asking you because you black. They asking you because you black and you got damn near $200,000 truck that's a gas-guzzling monstrosity. But you telling everybody else we got to cut corners and get green compliant. And you got a vehicle that costs twice as much as Governor Hogan's vehicle was. So you are basically doing shit that would attract attention that cause the question to be asked. And it ain't like it's the hot shit. It's a Jeep Wagoneer, my dude. So get rid of that and stop using this, because we all got this. Stop using this to defend a dumb action. And if you're going to have to be asked all the time about the shit, at least get an Escalade. Fam, or Navigator. Least you can do. Make it worth it, fam. Dude out here driving a souped up Datsun B210. One of them Sterlings, them 90 Sterlings that was, them joints was lemon, yo. Them lemons. Yeah, we are the culture. We know. We know, fam. Gen X stand up. You had to go back to the Sterling joints, right? Remember them Sterlings? All right. Let's keep going, family. They be appropriating our culture, man, but they don't be knowing things that, happen. Like, you go past 20 years, they can't look it up real quick on black.com. You know what I'm saying? Become a member of this show. Go to jointimberlake.com.